your minor successes, they mean nothing to me. Another spark on the wheel. Well, I refuse to be, and the rich will get richer. What good is that for me? I'm at the bottom of the well, I'm checking out on the scene. They say you gotta have ambition. They say you gotta play to win. They say it's healthy competition.
Okay, we're all ready? Okay. Hold on. We should have practiced that part.
My name's Dick Cancer. I sing lead vocals when I have a voice, but I don't today.
Willie Balls, drums and percussion, and backing vocals against my will.
My name is Dutch Hartley. I am bass player, backing vocals whenever they're needed.
Whitey, guitar player, backing vocalist for Flatbroke, Detroit, Michigan. Has a strictly melodic skate punk influence, which is a little bit more, we've kind of graduated in our sound in the sense of coming from roots punk rock and street punk, aggressiveness to more melodic, more harmonies, more creation of a dynamic essence of the record.
Well, it's a lot more melodic. The songs are a little longer, but not obnoxiously so. Yeah, I think it's probably actually some of the best stuff we put down so far. So.
It's a little bit more structured coming in, I think. Everything else we ever did was based out of the garage. I mean, everybody came in with a part, and we kind of melded them together in there, and that's what became the album.
That we always wrote songs and albums is we would come to practice and write a song, and then after we had so many of them, we had an album. With this one, a great list of songs were written. There's a blueprint already. We went into this like contractors almost. It was more of a professional feel. So
the writing process changed from it being from nothing when we all went into the garage and made it up as we went to it's very structured. This is here, come up with your new parts, let's put it together and hit the studio.
I mean, as a band, we all pretty much stick to the punk ska formula, but there's a little different, stuff in there than there's been in the past. Maybe we're a little more seasoned as musicians now.
I can't remember everything.
I didn't review these until she had them.
Yeah, right. I mean, I looked at it. I didn't know we were going to be tested on this.
Well, Willie and Whitey to try to test their fortunes out in California, and that was about that time. And I had just had a baby and was just looking to do other artistic things. I think later on Dick decided to have his kid as well, and we just separated out a little bit and tried to do different things. And it took a little while for us to get back together.
Well, mostly it's because Whitey and Jesse moved out of town here for a while, but honestly, I think we all kind of had our own things going on for a little while, and it just seemed like a good time.
We've had a locational,
because we had shit to do.
Takes a little bit of time to send tracks back and forth, collaborate, and be all in the same place to record.
Honestly, myself personally, I don't have a whole lot of messages anymore. I'm kind of, a homebody now, set in my ways, so people are going to do what they're going to do, but, I think there's some positive stuff in there. I think people can take away something positive from this.
This album has a lot of different little aspects. I think this album, if I had to put a message on it, would be that the struggles in life can bring you, to, I don't know, I guess the fruits, something like that, you know.
It's a little bit darker than, I mean, it's not quite as dark as Desperate Measures, but I think it reads to a lot of angst for younger kids, maybe.
It's always been about, you know, everyday life and things that we deal with every day, but I guess we're not as angry and distraught maybe as we're used to. Things are a little more stable, but it's still us.
Is when we stand around the corner of Claremont and 12th Street. Another dark, deadly night. Another dark, deadly night. Get out! They came to shut it down, and they bump it against my head. Get up! Is when we stand around the corner of Claremont and 12th Street. On the corner of Claremont and 12th Street. On the corner of Claremont and 12th Street. It's a riot!
My good friend Greg White, our guitar player, he's, or Whitey if he prefers to be called that, he pretty much put together this whole album, but, you know, to be fair, he gave me a chance to write some songs, I just decided not to.
Ryan and I used to share a lot of the writing responsibility, and I think I definitely spearheaded some of the fundamental roots of where the songs were coming from and where they were going. And Ryan definitely came in on a second tier and revamped everything that I brought to the table, which made it a collaboration between the two of us, which is great. And I think that you're still going to hear a lot of things that are inspirational for us, things that are relevant to us, as well as Detroit. Songs like Union and songs like Dark Deadly Nights stem from, you know, historical happenings and the feeling and the vibe and the nostalgia that comes out of being a Detroit-based band. So,
It used to be that, you know, Ryan and Whitey would collectively write stuff, but of course there's, you know, a distance. You know, they did some minor collaboration, but Greg really took the initiative on all of this. I mean, this record we wouldn't be here making this record if, you know, Whitey hadn't, you know, wrote a bunch of songs and said, hey, you guys want to make a record because I wrote all these songs, you know. As far as I know, I get final say and everything, so...
I think everybody has, that's what's cool about this band, is everybody has a say as to what comes and what goes. And, you know, if Dick can't hit certain parts, we have to collaborate and figure out, you know, is this going to work or is it not going to work, simply based on whether or not he can do it. And I like the fact that there's no one single person that comes in here saying, this is the way it's got to be, this is the way it's got to be done. It's a group effort. Everybody agrees or disagrees.
I'm probably the hardest to work with. I get mad anytime anyone tells me anything. Admittedly, that's a problem, but I'm not going to change anytime soon, so... Yeah, I would say I'm the worst to work with. Josh is probably the easiest. He actually listens when, you know, give him a suggestion. I just get mad.
I'd have to say that I'm the easiest to work with. I mean, because, you know, my role is, you know, the drummer and the percussionist. I mean, there's stuff that's involved in it, but, you know, you pretty much come with a song and, you know, I put some drums to it, you know.
I think I'm pretty easy to work with, but I tend to get a little bit irritated at times when I get frustrated. I think Dick's probably one of the easier persons to work with.
I would say it's me. I definitely. We all have our pieces that we bring to the band, as well as the pieces that everyone struggles with. I think Ryan is really easy to upset, so we're very timid when it comes to critiquing vocals and things like that, but he does a great job, and there really isn't very much that we do have to critique. But Jesse, on the other hand, has some creative ideas that we don't necessarily agree with, but all of them are listened to and considered, and 9 times out of 10 there's something in there that definitely complements what we're doing, and we incorporate it. Josh pulled his weight on this record and really stepped it up and learned the tracks. But I would say overall the most difficult person to create the record with is myself.
Fuck your authority. An institution. Your laws been shed to me. Revolution. And I refuse to pay. Another victim. Another product of conformity. That's what we're bred to believe in. Like a mother setting rules with no reason. They're pushing us and we'll accuse you of treason. It's time we let them know we are the resistance. Whoa. We never give in. Whoa. We never stay silent. Whoa. We are the resistance. Whoa. It's my luck to live. Fuck your entitlement. Intimidation. I don't need your government. Generation.
Future plans for the band. I'm anxious to see what everyone else had to say about that. I have a lot of my own plans set aside for the band, and hopefully everyone's on board with that. Considering, good 10 days every year of being on the road again and playing some live shows, whether it's here in Detroit or whether it's nationwide, countrywide, worldwide. It's kind of up in the air. I suppose it all really stems down to the opportunities that present themselves. I would like to put our band in a position that we could capitalize on the things and the offers that come our way and not have to turn them down because of limitations and things like that. But we're all very realistic, and we all work well together to come to some sort of agreement on the direction the band's going.
Yeah, as far as the future goes, it's wide open. I mean, it's really, what we all have to give, I mean, if we're all available, I don't see us ending anytime soon, but it's also kind of a mutual respect thing, if somebody's got something going on, we're not going to try to push them into doing something they don't want to do, so, yeah, like I said, the future is wide open. If things take off, we could really do something, otherwise, no big deal.
I'd like to start playing some festivals. I don't know about a full-blown tour. I mean, maybe a year from now, if we're talking something that sends us out, and for 2 or 3 weeks, I got the time off work. I'd be more than willing to do it, and I think it'd be fun. And it really depends on the reaction we get out of state to this record. I think because in Michigan, punk is hard to come by here. I wish it was better, but it's not. If we get a decent reaction outside of the state, I think I'll be a lot more jammed to be able to go and tour.
I would like to see everybody a little bit more involved in the writing process next time. I think that now that we've kind of got our feet back in the water with it, everybody will be a little bit more comfortable bringing something to the table next time. As for shows, I would like to see us maybe do a show once a year, or something like that. Maybe even a mild tour if the stars are right. Whatever. All that's still unknown. Yeah, I'd like to thank Whitey for getting everybody's gears turned again. Dick Cancer and Dutch for coming together and making it happen. Mr. and Mrs. White for all their support and encouragement. Everybody that really wants to hear a new album. I mean, I didn't think they were out there, but they are. And all of our prospective ladies, mine in particular, Liz. She really helped me get my head back together, if you will, and got my ass kind of working again. She doesn't know it, but she did it.
Whitey for bringing it. I mean, Whitey was the catalyst. I mean, he came up with the idea. He called me out of the blue. After a few years, said, "Hey, we're putting another album out, and do you want to be in? But only if you're 100%." And I told him, "Cool." And that's one of the better things. My wife, Kelly, of course, who puts up with my dumb ass. My daughter, who inspires me every single day to try to do better, to leave a legacy for her. And Dick and Willie and everybody that came back together to do this.
Yeah. My parents, first and foremost, they pretty much fed us throughout the whole recording process. JC Lights baking us food, bringing us food. I'd like to thank Gina and Kelly for letting me steal their husbands for the last couple of days to record this album, and Jesse, obviously, for getting on board and letting us use the pan shop and for rehearsals, and
I would like to thank everybody that's ever helped us in the past. You know, I got a million people I could thank if I really sat down and thought about it, but I mean, you know who you all are. Anyone who's ever given us a leg up in the past, yeah, thank you. And some other people who have screwed us over in the past, no thank you to you.